Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes over the weekend. Now only 11 away. Can you believe it? We're getting close down to the home stretch of Hush Delirium Week. Thank you all very much for all the support as always. And here's your meme of the day, brought to you on this Invicta subreddit by Zephyr_96. Title throw was every episode with Keeper Sack. And in the thread, they said, I don't know what to write about this, so here's a Monday Mosh Pit motivation, even if it's not a Monday. As Invicta has proven time and time again, even the worst possible runs can be victorious if you put in the effort and manage your resources right. I love just the exchange here. One broken run, please. I do also love how there was no effort at all to kind of crop the pictures. That is pure meme of the day material. Thank you, Zephyr, and everybody who upvoted that one. Let's hop on in, and we'll unpack a lot of stuff, because obviously we had lots of stuff going on over the weekend here. Broken modem again. Are you kidding me? Papa Victor Charlie Hotel Yankee Bravo Charlie 3. Look, I'm not even going to... It's hard for me not to immediately talk about Broken Modem and just how much I absolutely despise this item. If you enjoy Broken Modem... Hey, you know what? I'm happy for you, but there is no amount of change that can make Broken Modem better, in my mind. The only thing that they could do would be something extreme, like it actually removes enemies from the game. Like if the enemies get frozen or paused like that, they instantly just get removed. Not like in an eraser type way, but like remove them from the room. So that's all I'm gonna say about Broken Modem. Now, obviously, there was a lot of stuff going on over the weekend here, especially the biggest news being the fact that we had a interview with Ed, the one and only Edmund McMillan, and also, of course, he was able to just do an impromptu interview while also showing off the Mugenics trailer, which was a surprise drop that we had over on technically Friday, but Saturday morning as well, and that was amazing. If you've not seen that trailer yet, please just go watch it right now. Just pause this video and go watch it. And then I also did a surprise follow-up interview with Ed immediately following my first reaction to the trailer, and it was glorious. Being able to spend almost 40 minutes just speaking to Ed, talking about Mugenics, talking about stuff that you know, some of the things I did know about for a while, other things I did not know about. Obviously, I couldn't talk about stuff here because it's basically been stuff that Ed's been sharing with me, and it's so cool to see Mugenics now in an almost ready state. I mean, I don't want to spoil the interview because I do want people to go back and watch it, but just know that Mugenics is going to be huge. It's going to be one of those games where we're going to be just putting in a lot of time. I mean, a lot of time. It's going to be... I almost want to call it like a Tactics Isaac in a way, but that's a little too simplistic to boil it down to just that, because it's so much more than Isaac. And again, I implore you, if you've not watched the trailer or checked out the interview that I did with Ed, you need to. It's definitely worth it. So much money we're wasting here. So going to last week's question of the episode, coming in from the new strongest run of the year so far. This one was brought to you by The Sauce You Get Lost In on YouTube. They say, question of the episode, Isaac's grandma is coming to visit. What items are being added to the item pool, and what do they do? Immediately, obviously, we don't know anything about Isaac's grandparents. I mean, I don't recall anything ever been said by them from the lore standpoint. Even in Bumbo, I don't recall anything. But I immediately thought of like a traditional grandma, like she's making cookies, she's baking cakes, she's baking pies. So I would like to see something like that where it's not only HP buffs, but they're HP buffs that actually do what we've been asking for a long time now, which is to have the basic HP buffs do something. Doesn't have to be anything in particular that's like overpowered or anything like that. I would like to see her like say Grandma's chocolate chip cookie, and it gives you, let's say, a Tears upgrade along with a regular HP upgrade, or Grandma's let's see, apple pie, and it gives you a damage buff, you know, like a 1 damage buff plus an HP upgrade, something like that. Or you can have like Grandma's cookbook as an active item, and it will have a non-zero chance to pay out with one of the Grandma cookie items or cooking items, but for the most part, it always just spawns you either like a temporary buff, like for damage or for movement speed, or it will give you like a soul heart or something like that. So nothing but positive stuff from Grandma's cooking. Because I mean, it's Grandma. Come on now. There's nothing negative that you're gonna say about Grandma. That's what immediately came to mind was the whole food thing. So, and I think that if we saw an item that gave us some reason to get even more buffed when it came to just regular HP upgrades, that would be ideal. You know, we talk about how there's just too many repeating items, there's too many repeating HP that really just don't do anything. And that would be one of those situations where I think that you honestly could improve the game without having to add too much. Our tears rate, by the way, is fantastic, and our shot speed is actually a little bit too high now, but I'll take it. Our damage is still okay for starting out here. Lemon Mishap is going to just kind of be whatever. So yeah, I would like to know your thoughts on that, and maybe those of you in the comments, you could also post what would Grandpa's items be, other than of course the full clear Grandpa he did it look all meme. Broken Modem. I'm refraining from talking about Broken Modem. We've already given it a judging of Isaac, and honestly, that's too much attention as it is. But we're looking to re-roll here. Let's just put it that way. We're looking for a solid re-roll. Gotta hit both of these nubs before they spawn spiders here. We really need to get just any kind of HP upgrade, even if it's Soul Heart from this boss. Or if we can get to the store, that would be nice too. I'm hoping that Broken Modem can at least give us like some kind of double drop for a key, maybe a bomb that we can get a key with. We just need to get into the item shop. Yeah, that was a very impromptu interview. I went from literally just playing Raid, Shadow Legends, and hanging out in Discord to all of a sudden having to do just a full-fledged interview with Edmund, but also like checking out a trailer that I wasn't ready to look at. I was going to look at it later, and it was very cool. And I'm so excited and honored that Ed would even want to jump in on a call, let alone like be in chat and talk to people and you know, because he was, I mean, it was release day. It was the trailer release day, so he had lots and lots of stuff to cover. But he sat with the mosh pit for 40 minutes and just hung out, and it was great to chat with him on the mic again. Get Abba Dabba Ding Dong for our second Leviathan transformation already. Transformation item, I mean. We could take Dark Princess Crown. There's no danger here with us taking Abaddon. We're still going to have 2 HP. But if we can go, we actually go in the curse room. Here's the perfect scenario. We go into the curse room, we get an item, maybe a Leviathan item, and then we go into the boss trap room, and there's an HP upgrade in there, which activates Dark Princess Crown. That's the play. We just need to make sure we don't get hit in here. And with Broken Modem, I don't know if things are pausing. I don't know if they're being, whatever. Do get a key in here as well, so that's good. Yeah, so I was going to use Lemon Mishap there, but we can't, again, we can't use it on Limehorn, so that's the reason why I didn't use it on boss on this floor. You're chunking him down. Oh, good, another boss, so we can't use Lemon Mishap. All right, game. Notice how long that hole lasted there, thanks to Broken Modem. Credit where's credit's due. Broken Modem is stopping the little haunts from gathering up and swarming us. And then Haunt does that. Are you kidding me, dude? Okay. Yeah, Fear Shot plus Haunt plus Broken Modem this is hell right now. Oh, okay. I honestly don't know who's more at fault here. Fear Shot or Broken Modem. That was pretty much a disaster. Get a Soul Heart, but I'm not happy about it. Take the good with the bad, and man, Fear Shot. Sometimes I don't know about Abaddon. I'm gonna be honest. That you just saw firsthand why it's really dangerous. And we're back in full swing with Raid Shadow Legends. And you know, I'm not ashamed to say that it's just one of those games that I just enjoy. You know, some people find it hard to believe that I'd be playing it willingly outside of doing like a sponsorship or something. Like, dude, I've said it for years, and I'll continue to say it. I play stuff that I enjoy and play stuff I like to have fun with, and you know, I don't really care what anyone else says. I just enjoy it. Try to teach people about the games that I'm a fan of too. You know, I don't profess to be any kind of expert in really any game, but probably Isaac. But you know, I believe that if you share with people how you enjoy a game, it's infectious. It sort of takes over and lets people understand, like, hey, you know, I never thought about this game this way. And that's what I try to do. I strive for with Isaac, is showing people that there's just a different level of enjoyment that you can have other than just the very basics of like, okay, we go here, we beat a boss, and we're done type thing. Like, you know, there's so many levels of enjoyment that you can get out of the strategy level, out of the wackiness level, out of the playing safe level, out of playing the super dangerous, you know, and all the good games can do that. Now, I'm not comparing Raid to that. I'm just saying, in general, I think that if you tell people and show people why, like, hey, you know what, this is fun, people can be like, oh, you know what, I didn't know that you could do that in this game, or hey, I didn't know that this is that. And you know, and then people like they get interested in it, and then it becomes like a community thing, and the next thing you know, everyone's playing and having fun. I think that's if anything is going to call me an influencer, I don't mind influencing people in the very literal sense of other games that I enjoy and stuff, and that I'm into. Super Wrath is super dead here if he stays on Lemon Mishap, which he did. We get Mr. Mega too. All right, so we got some bombs now. We got some good firepower. We're just looking for the shop. Good amount of damage here. I would still re-roll this run if I got the chance. This damage is cooking, and again, this is without having Dark Prince's Crown active as well. Should get a soul heart here from Larry Jr. Yeah, it's not great. Gonna go for Mr. Mega Dunk here. Get lucky. No. So we're making okay time. I really wish we would have had a bomb in that first floor, though, man. There was so much money that we just left there on the floor. Super Secret Room should be here. Be here. Okay, Rag Mega. I'm not even gonna do anything here. We're gonna drop Mr. Mega and just Mega Dunk him. He got delayed by broken modem. There we go. Okay, we get movement speed. We're good on movement speed, and our damage is starting to get nice. So we've got a solid run here. Just getting the HP. We just have to stabilize with our HP. Going into these curse rooms and not really coming out with anything useful is unfortunate. Not the end of the world, but we just have to be careful of the ever clear and present danger of having broken modem and it freezing shots, freezing enemies. Be prepared to take random damage is all I can say. Speaking of Ed. Hello, Ed. Yeah, Mugenics is going to be absolutely absurd in all the best ways. I will spoil a little part of the interview. Part of the interview, Ed even says that he's on a run right now, just a single run. One singular run in Mugenics, he's on for 200 plus hours. Like, these runs can last. Think of it like sort of like a franchise in like Madden or something, where you start out with basic cats and you start breeding them, and then like next thing you know, you've got a whole lineage of cats and stuff. Like, it's going to be those kind of games where it can be probably as silly as you want it to be, or as in-depth and strategical as you want it to be too. And I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of tactics games. You You know, like I didn't really like Final Fantasy Tactics all that much, even though it was an enjoyable game. What like Fire Emblem and that sort of stuff. I'm just not I like them up to a certain extent, but then I get to the point where I'm like, this is starting to get to too much thinking for me, you know. But if there's a secondary game to be played, like with like breeding the cats, for example, and then seeing what kind of way out there synergies you can get with their passives and their hereditary quirks and stuff, like it's right up my alley, and I cannot wait. You get some movement speed here. Regular secret room might be here. I'm not entirely sure. This is a high percentage wall. It's either gonna be north or south of this room. Still not convinced. Okay, it's actually to the right of here. Full charge is not going to help us out. We're looking for any reason to replace Lemon Mishap currently. We're still looking for the item room as well as the store. Somehow we found the store before the item room. Which does occasionally happen. It's a clubs, okay. I do want to get Red Candle. That would actually be a much better item than Lemon Mishap here. Yeah, we could probably do that. This is a bunch of bombs here. I have a feeling the item room is going to be to the east of that other Tetris room up there. Let's go back. Check it out. That was north. That was close. I don't know if I want to keep the left hand or not here. We don't have a Guppy item, but we definitely need the Soul Hearts to drop. Which means we need the chests to drop. Oh, man. Rocket in a Jar plus Mr. Mega is a lot of damage. A lot. We have 16 bombs. I might as well just check to see what this is here. The only thing is with Rocket in a Jar, we have to be careful of firing while also planting a bomb. Especially with Mr. Mega. Yeah, we can kill Diglets before they can even spawn, so that's really good. Okay. That fire full salvo, 73% LOL. I mean, I guess Red Candle is not that important. I'll pass. What I will say is, if we had lower damage, I would definitely take Red Candle. But we're pretty set on damage here, especially now that we've activated Dark Prince's Crown, which activates off of 1 red heart HP, 1 and only 1, no more, no less. We also have Lusty Blood, of course, which is going to give us or Bloody Lust, which is going to give us a damage upgrade every time we take damage to the floor. And getting a nice tears rate upgrade from Blue Cap, and also a shot speed down, which helps us out actually. Okay, game. Let's calm it down there. Gonna be greed. Get a bomb back there, so it's okay with me using a sticky bomb on a sticky nickel. Worth doing in case we get a Soul Heart or a Tarot card. We get Soul of Lazarus, Wheel of Fortune, and Temperance Machine. Probably not going to use the Temperance Machine. Okay, we got 5 cents from that bomb, basically. Double Soul Heart, that's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we need. That wasn't because of... Well, I guess it could have been because of left hand, because typically you don't see a singular red chest inside of a mob trap room. You usually see a singular steel chest. Or golden chest, so that may have been left-hand assisted. Look at Lemon Mishap go. Wraith card, okay, we can use that for a devil deal here. I'm surprised at how much time we've made up here. We may actually have a legit shot at getting boss rush here. We get another double Soul Heart drop. Can't be bothered. Moon card, okay, that teleports us out of the boss, out of the mom fight. Double golden heart. That was all broken modem there. I see you, broken modem. I see you trying, but it's not gonna work. Sorry. Have a good opportunity here to get boss rush. Well, actually, I don't know about that. We may not make boss rush because we're already, it's 17 minutes and 40 seconds. We're still on depths 1. We made it close though. Still need to go back and find the shop and the item room here. So yeah, I don't think boss rush is gonna happen. Good try though. Double bomb drop. I like it. Okay. The coupon is something I can get behind because we can get free devil deals out of that, and also it does a half price shop item automatically. All right, I'm gonna hold on to the strength card just in case we get that devil deal. Then we'll turn around and come back for the moon card. The coupon is interesting here because, again, having that free devil deal is truly outstanding. We have absolutely recovered our... I saw that one coming. Absolutely recovered our HP here. And, of course, we get a Krampus fight. Yep. So... the theory of twos still holds strong here. I mean, I've been saying it for a while here. You get 2 items of the same set, and then you're just not going to see the other one. That's the curse of twos. Curse the Lost. Blinker's Home. Gives us some kind of mapping. Need some good value here out of the rocket in a jar. Our money's been okay too. We just need to get some tier effects here. Why is our tears rate 7? Oh, yeah, it's because of Dark Prince's Crown. That's right. I was looking at this Giga Chad tears rate. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And I realized, yeah, that would make sense. Can't be bothered. Eugenics is going to be a lot of fun. Definitely go wishlist it. Now, how it does with the numbers and stuff, that Eugenics is going to be one of those games where I'm just going to play because I just want to have fun with it. And you know, ironically, that's how Isaac really started out for me. It was along the same lines. It was me wanting to play a game that was a break from Heroes of the Storm because that game was just becoming increasingly unfun. Doing solo queue silliness and trying to keep up with like news releases and all that stuff. It was exhausting. It was not fun for me. And you know, I've always been the type of guy who, if something's not fun, I just stop doing it. And even though Isaac at the time, if you can believe it, Isaac at the time was losing me subscribers left and right. I would lose about maybe 10 to 15 subscribers every single time I post an Isaac video. And Husky was like, "Hey, you gotta stop playing this Binding of Isaac game. It's killing your channel." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't care. I have to play something that's not Heroes of the Storm." And then, you know, here we are. Here we are 15 years later. And I'm not saying the same may happen from eugenics, but it is one of those games where, like, you know, I can activate my brain in a different way here. This is going to be one of those games that you can just sit back and kind of theory craft, and you can, or just have fun. I mean, it really is kind of whatever you want to be. So having all the crazy cat names. And now, as a disclaimer, I also voice acted in eugenics. I don't want to make it seem like a big deal, because my voice acting was literally just making meows and other little short phrases that that Ed wanted me to do. But that was really just the send off for me. I'm like, oh my god, to be in an Edmund game and have it be officially somehow worked into the Isaac universe somehow, some way. Oh wow. Is like, that's the dream, dude. Like, that is the dream. And for that to happen because of what I do, and because of Isaac and stuff, was truly that was the beauty. That's the beauty of this job. And you know, and I wouldn't have this job if it weren't for the mosh pit. You know, a couple days ago we had someone come in, Sheer or Stress Annoy. It was oh god, I feel bad now. Hang on. I'm gonna bring the log up, because I don't want to misname them. Doing this live. This is coming from Streamlabs of all things. Stress Atronach or Archonach. They said, just wanted to stop by and apologize. I was pretty negative on some YouTube comments and realized it was all personal life issues bleeding through online onto a very positive routine part of my life. Thank you for everything you've done and for the mosh pit. And that kind of stuff, that's the stuff that always sits with me, and and keeps me going with this. You know, there's not, I would venture to say, and I don't think this is even a stretch, I would say that that kind of stuff doesn't happen very often in other communities. And the fact that I can do this job and be able to be put in these scenarios where, you know, I do get to interact with Ed, and I do get to talk to people on the team. I mean, just by team, I mean Zombolas, but you know what I mean. You know, and discuss things about Isaac and you know, and be in a band with Matthias and do all, you know, being able to talk to him. All that is all encompassing to just how thankful and really truly blessed I am to be able to do this. And I couldn't do it without you all. And, you know, to have somebody who, and I'll be quite honest, I don't even know which comments they were talking about. But to have someone just step up and do that just randomly when we were doing Pokemon, I wasn't even playing Isaac at the time, was that's a memory I'm gonna always remember, you know. And Stress, if you're out there, Atronach, you know, thank you again. I thanked you on stream, but I want to thank you again. That was very cool of you. It's very humbling, and it also was a great refresher to remind me of like what's so great about what I do. And you know, a lot of people who do this job for a living don't appreciate it enough, but you know, hopefully you know that I actually do appreciate it. Yes, I did go with the mapping here because of course, LOL mapping. If we had more guppy items, I would think about doing. Well, no. Let's not do that. We need soul hearts here. I'm hoping that we end up getting another guppy item or two from left hand. I would say that this time around, the left hand has definitely been a net positive as far as HP is concerned. I don't know how much of an impact it's had total, other than giving us the guppies, our first guppy item. But our devil deals in this run, other than the first one, have been absolute doo-doo. Or non-existent. We've only had one devil deal in this entire run. Because the other one was a Krampus fight that we had to wait till floor 5 with. So the motivation isn't there to keep plugging away at this run. Now, if we were close to Guppy, then that'd be another thing. Yeah, that was truly something unique, and again, I have no problem with saying that it's probably not that far of a stretch to say that that does not happen, especially these days where, I mean, there's just so much negativity and nastiness and ugliness in the world. And I don't like to think like that. Like I don't like to focus on you know what's going on with this and that, who's doing what now, or you know this area is bad, or you know, like I truly like to keep thinking like back in the day when I was growing up in Bermuda. You know, I like to always think that there's always still good in the world, and there's not overly toxic, not toxic positivity, but there's always going to be good with bad, right? And growing up in a place like Bermuda where it's just heaven on earth. I mean, it really is, and you don't know what you have until you're gone. It makes you appreciate smaller things when it's easy to get negative. It's very easy. Oh, we got to teleport. It's very easy to get negative over stuff, especially in you know how connected everyone is on the internet and social media, all that stuff. It's super easy to fall into that pit, that poison environment, and you know, to be able to still see and hear that people are still good out there and mature, and you know, and everyone's just cool, that's always been a really strong standpoint for the mosh pit. You know what? I totally forgot that we had Splunker's Helm. Not gonna lie. It's out of sight, out of mind. Like, I can't see Spelunker's Helm on Isaac, so it's just like, yeah. I don't know. We have it, I guess. It's like PhD as well as Virgo. Like, I always forget that we have it. You know what? I bet this is a dead end. Oh, no, maybe not. Spelunker's Helm, by the way, is a passive item that's going to show you 2 rooms ahead of where you are. So if you don't see any continuation of the level, you know for sure that you're going in the wrong direction. I think this is worth trying for a Guppy item here. Strength card, and there's nothing. Oh, Lilith. All bandages. Yeah, when you can do that, when you can ambush the eye lasers before they can really track and get you, that's when you know you're good on damage, you're set. And Dark Prince's Crown is definitely hooking us up here. Like, Satanic Bible is probably the better choice here than Book of Secrets, but having mapping late game is just, it's so... there's a certain safety to it, you know, knowing that you know exactly where to go and where not to go. Yeah, we definitely do not want that. Now, if we get a Devil Deal, which we know what's already in there, so, you know, I would consider taking the Eternal Heart, but there's really no reason to. We would absolutely nuke our DPS right now, and that's not what we want. I don't know how you live through that. Some chunkage there. Gotta love... I mean, you just gotta love Rocking in the Jar. It's so good. It would give us Bookworm as well. We can go back and get the Eternal Heart. I mean, we're gonna get bounced off here, so... Oh, maybe not. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with giving up the Book of Secrets, even though I really obviously love mapping. We can still maintain the Dark Prince's Crown effect with this Eternal Heart here, and that really kind of influenced my decision. And another thing to remember is we also have Spelunker's Helm, so if worse comes to worse, we can just use Spelunker's Helm. Okay, so we have multiple options here. We know that left or right is a no-go. It's either going to be north or south. Looks like it's probably going to be north. By it, I mean the right way to go. You don't know what I'm talking about. Those soul hearts and those fires and troll bombs. So Guppy's Eye really helping us out here just to determine, hey, this is a good move or hey, this is a bad move. We can go into the curse room for free here. Yep. Okay, so we know that going north is not going to happen. So that's a dead end up there. Going into that Tetris room. So it's either going to be south or it's going to be east. And it looks like it might be east because there's a continuation going on here. Oh, no, it's dead end. Okay, so because we see that this room and that room have not extended past where we can view it with the Spelunker Helm, we know that that's a dead end. So it's now going to be south. Not south either, really. Okay, this counts as 2 rooms? Okay, yeah, that's what it is. The Tetris room counts as 2 rooms then. So notice how we've revealed a little bit more of the map further than what we could have previously seen with without Spelunker's Helm. So now we know that it's just going to keep going this way. Absolutely hate this room. Broken Modem had a chance there to pause stuff, which it did. It did actually offset the Deacon's attack by a little bit, but I wasn't expecting it. I was not prepared for. I wasn't in the right position to take advantage of that, which is my fault, not Broken Modem's fault. Yeah, see this. I hate to keep sounding like a broken record when it comes to this broken item, but. You see the shots freeze and stop there. Don't for a second think that you can just walk into them. They're still there. So you just gotta play around it. If you really want the full analysis of Broken Modem, go check out the Judging of Isaac episode that we did on Broken Modem. Give you an honest take on the item. Would have been nice if it were one of those landmark episodes where we could be like, yeah, this item is so much better now, but unfortunately just not. We can take Brimstone, but the problem is that we ruin our synergy with Dark Prince's Crown, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think that taking Brimstone here is a good idea. I think we legitimately lose too much damage. We have 3 directions that we can choose to go from. And we chose the wrong one. The Dark Prince's Crown being active here is just too much damage to ignore. We would have Polaroid invincibility, but we don't need Polaroid invincibility in this run here. I was hoping that we were going to get a couple more Guppy items and maybe get a chance to go into Delirium, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get there today, team. Yeah, if we had just one bomb, we could have thrown a full salvo into this group here. Forsaken's just gonna nuke everything for us. Yeah, so it looks like it keeps going up, and it does. Lots of Yaves. No bombs, though. Magician, okay. So this room's still going here, so we're probably going in the right direction, I'm guessing. We need to get Death out of here. Death is the biggest problem in here. Like I said. I don't know how he's still alive. There we go. I'm glad that we did take the Satanic Bible here. It just helps us out a little bit with security. Holding on to the Book of Secrets didn't really make much sense after... Ooh, there's an Eternal Heart there. Now, if we get a second one, then we could take Brimstone. But I doubt we're going to get a second one. Okay. Yep. Could get less than 3 or Lard from Super Gluttony as well, and that would also allow us to take Brimstone. That also preserve the Dark Prince's Crown buff. Pokemonum going ham with the extra HP. This is just the biggest of big Isaac circles that we've seen in a while. What's just this map, dude? Would have been nice if the secret room had spawned right there as like a little shortcut. Actually, it would be more than a little shortcut. It would have been a big shortcut. And we're still going. Yeah, Abaddon is causing more problems than helping right now. If Abba Dabba Ding Dong didn't have a fear effect tied to it, or if they just changed the way that fear works, that would be so good. It'd be so much better. I wish fear worked. Oh, what was the name of that game? There was a game where if you fear something, they take increased damage from all sources. I don't remember the name of it. It was like a 3-dimensional. It was like, I almost want to say not a Soulsborne. It was it? There was a game where if something gets feared, they take increased damage from all sources. And I wish that fear worked like that in Isaac. Instead of just making them just freak out and kind of just be erratic and stuff. Got the super secret room and super secret nothing. Let me get the bombs. And yeah, that is one of the biggest Isaac circles. It's not even Isaac circle, really. It's almost an Isaac circle. Look at that. We had to go all the way up. Look at the vertical space that we had to cover. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rooms. Course correct there. So we are just going to get a nice, easy dub here. It was more of a yapping episode. Obviously, we were taken care of with most of our stats. We had great starting base stats here, but you know, sometimes these runs are just they're just totally fine. They're great for yapping. And again, go check out the Mugenics episode, everybody. If you've not seen it already, go watch the trailer. Check out the interview I did with Ed. It really is a good time. It's only 40 minutes, so it's definitely worth your while. And if you have anyone that you think that they would be interested in Mugenics or just want to hear some new Edmund info, go check it out as well and just share it with them, all that kind of good stuff. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, everyone. Fantastic start to the week here. April keeps on rolling on. I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to pages of mine like the Larger Trout, Yami, and Hunter Douglas. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.